So I've been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. And one of the main questions I get on my page is, did you have a narcissistic parent, or is it passed down? Is it hereditary or whatnot? So it depends, because my story is a little unique, y'all. So my mom is 100% not a narcissist. My dad was super neglectful. He wasn't in the picture or whatever. He was, I know who he is. He just wasn't the father you went to for validation or support or anything like that. And for a long time, I absolutely hated my father. I had daddy issues for real. He was a sore point in my life. Every time somebody would bring him up, I would get angry, and like he was in control of my emotions. My therapist said, hey, look, your dad is in control of your emotions. You hate people having power over you. You have to find a way to get past this. She said, what happened to his dad? Was his dad in the picture? Maybe something happened in the past. And I never knew my grandfather. And I don't talk to him, so how am I supposed to find out? So personally, me, I got on Ancestry.com, right? And I just put in my grandma's name, put in my dad's name. It just so happens my grandpa's death certificate popped up. When this man was 27 years old, at 5:30 on a Monday morning, he decided to go to the bathroom and unalive himself. And guess who might have found him? My little 7 or 8 year old father. So that could have traumatized my father. Eventually, he grows up. You know, there's no therapy for little kids back then. So he grows up and becomes a neglectful parent because he doesn't know how to emotionally attach, because he's been through his trauma in his childhood. Although he might not be a narcissist, he was very, very neglectful, you see? And through that neglect and things like that, I became a narcissist. I developed narcissistic personality disorder, y'all. But I recently took another psych eval, and I spiked super high on schizophrenia traits and paranoia as well. Paranoia. So my therapist was asking me, he's like, did you have a male family member that was schizophrenic or whatever? Do you have any history of that in your family? I was like, I don't know. But then I told her the story about my grandpa, and we concluded that she thinks my grandpa might have had undiagnosed schizophrenia, which just made him get up in the bathroom, when he was 27 years old, get up and go unalive himself to quiet the voices in his head. He might have got a message from the TV or the radio that told him to go unalive himself. Although I do not have schizophrenia, it can be passed down through your lineage. So I have schizophrenic traits from that, but it did not make me a narcissist. You see what I'm saying? Some of the stuff is genetic. Some of the stuff is through trauma and neglect and things of that ilk. So finding out where you came from, y'all, can absolutely help you heal from just a toxic upbringing, from toxic relationships and things like that, to figure out who you are. Because again, I absolutely had a very, very deep disdain for my father for a very, very long time. When I can talk about him now, I can talk to him now and not feel that same pain and that same frustration, because I understand what happened to him. I can't imagine myself finding my parent unalive at 7, 8 years old. How would I have turned out? You know, that doesn't excuse his behavior, but it gives me a reason. It helps me understand. It has helped me heal. I'm still a narcissist. It hasn't went away, although I've been in psychotherapy since October of 2017, y'all. So